a guy that came in here and scored a ton of points, but bought into a role and okay, I'll lead if that's what you need me to do.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing was his ability his self-awareness and realizing what this team needed. And I think I've touched on it before. I think sometimes when you come in as a transfer, like, and I don't have any experience with that obviously, but just from what I've seen and heard, like a lot of times somebody comes in and they just try and force, and you want the best for yourself, obviously. But he came in and it was very just all about like whatever I can do to help the team and this and that, and it's a tough. I've been there, as a young guy, like you feel your way through being on a team and what's needed, and that sort of changes daily, sort of changes weekly, what game you're playing, like it can always change. So for him to have a sense of what we need and just being above all, it's just a great guy in the locker room that is, given a lot of great advice to a lot of guys, and then stepped up and made big shots for us all year. I think it's been really impressive for us and something that we've definitely needed, especially with young guards. He's helped all of us out, exponentially, stuff that doesn't necessarily show up in a box score or anything, but it's stuff that you can't quantify, and that's stuff that, successful teams, I think always have. So.
Sunday, when did you find out you guys had shared a piece of the Big Ten championship? Where were you? What were you doing?
I was laying in my bed, sleeping, and I looked at my phone for about 5 minutes, and I was like, I should have probably taken in the moment more, but it was just sort of whatever. Hopefully we can rectify that, tomorrow and run this thing out right. So.
Confetti didn't fall from your ceiling?
No, it didn't, unfortunately. So.
Regardless of how it happened, it's still an accomplishment, and it's something
Right.
that this team has set out to do.
Right.
So in that regard, just being able to achieve that,
Right.
knowing you have more goals ahead of you, I mean, how does it feel to add that to this legacy of the program?
Like I said, it's weird. It probably hasn't really sunk in yet. Hopefully after a win it'll sink in a little bit more. But it's something special that you always talk about and you always want to do. And the fact that we were able to do it, especially in a year when people thought that maybe wasn't going to be possible for us, I think is something really cool. And hopefully we can kind of gain some momentum back and keep things rolling here over the next few weeks.
How do you get this team back connected defensively to where it was maybe earlier in the season?
Yeah, it's a combination of things. At the end of the day, it's just playing hard. And I think that starts with me. I can admit my effort hasn't been great. The past few games on that end. As much as you can say you're trying and whatever, you can always do more. But it's a fine line. I think you look at the game Saturday and they make a lot of tough shots that we invite them to take. Obviously, I wasn't great. I thought Brandon was really good on the ball, for most of the game. I could have impacted the ball more. But I think from a standpoint of not even just Hutchfield America, we got them shooting a lot of tough twos, and that's sort of what you live with. And they made a lot, obviously, so you want to be able to still win those games when shots aren't falling for you and other teams make shots. But it's just our effort and just playing harder and just having a will to stop people on that end of the floor. And obviously you continue, like we talked about before, to cut down on turnovers and win the rebound battle, and you give yourself a good chance. So all that ties in, the effort. And everyone's had great effort. I think it's me more than anything, trying to set that bar and set an example for everybody else. So hopefully I can rectify that for us a little bit.
Are those things important to see Thursday and Sunday as you close out the regular season and at least have some momentum, have something to build on going into the postseason?
For sure. Yeah, I think winning out super important for carrying some momentum into Chicago. And like I said, I think that starts with I think everyone's effort's been pretty great, throughout the stretch, whether we've won or lost. Like, it's a tough league. But like I said, I think it's me more than anything, just giving a better effort and just being a leader for these guys, and kind of accepting that. But they've been great. And, there's going to be ups and downs. So obviously just trying to weather the storm and get a couple wins to finish out the year, I think would be big time for us. So.